Sometimes things happen that are just too wild to believe. Even St. Thomas would be like, yeah, right. If someone tried to tell you about them, you'd probably call BS. That's why it's a blessing we live in the era of smartphones and security cams. Because if it weren't filmed, no one would buy it. From totally insane moments to stuff that feels straight up impossible, today we're diving into videos that would sound like a total lie unless they were caught on camera. Before we jump in, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's roll. Not all thieves are human, man. There are some real sneaky animals out there. Like this monkey who straight up mugged a poor guy just trying to enjoy his lunch break. The dude was chilling in his little booth, finally unwrapped his sandwich, probably dreaming of that first bite, when this hungry little bandit showed up out of nowhere. At first, the guy even tried to be nice and offered the monkey a piece, but that wasn't enough. Nope, the little menace wanted the whole damn thing. When he realized the monkey wasn't backing down, the guy just sighed, took one last bite like it was his final meal, and handed it over like a hostage negotiation gone wrong. Next time, better close those windows before grabbing lunch. You never know when a wild food thief's gonna pop out the bushes. Not everyone's got the cash for air conditioning, but hey, with a little creativity and a whole lot of plastic, anything's possible. All it took was one fan and a couple of giant plastic tubes, and this family whipped up their own DIY cooling system. They both chill out inside these oversized tubes while the fan blasts a breeze through them, giving both people some sweet relief from the heat. It actually looks super comfy and pretty spacious, way cheaper than running an AC all day. And let's be real, it beats playing tag with a fan just to catch some air. Now that's what I call a next level life hack. India's known for a lot of amazing things, but smooth traffic ain't one of them. With all the chaos on the roads, handing out speeding tickets used to be nearly impossible. But the cops got smart. Now they've set up cameras on the busiest roads that not only track speed, but also snap license plates in real time. If you're caught speeding, boom, a fine shows up in your mailbox, no human interaction required. Traffic cops out here working from home now. Let's just hope the DMV doesn't get any bright ideas after watching this. Don't worry, nobody's abusing animals here. What you're seeing is totally natural. Ostriches and actually a bunch of birds eat rocks on purpose. Ever heard someone say they've got a stomach like an ostrich? Yeah, there's a reason for that. Birds don't have teeth, right? So how do they grind up tough seeds and plants? Easy, they swallow stones. The rocks go down to a super strong muscle called the gizzard, which acts like a blender. It contracts and smashes all the food up using the stones inside. It's nature's version of chewing, and since ostriches are big birds, they need more than just a pebble or two. They basically eat a full rock buffet. I still can't decide what's crazier in this clip, how the guy balanced on that little motorbike, or how he completely slept through a car crash happening inches away. For real, it looks like the runaway car was headed right for him, but stopped literally a breath away from slamming into his ride. Dude didn't even flinch. The wildest part? After the loud crash, he casually looks around, totally clueless about how close he came to disaster. Man just got a second shot at life and didn't even notice. They say money doesn't grow on trees, but in Macau, China, it kinda does. Check out this insane tree of prosperity sitting inside one of the fanciest casino hotels on the planet. Standing 36 feet tall, this bad boy has over 98,000 gold leaves, real 24 karat gold, and cost a jaw-dropping $280 million to make. That's over 1.5 billion in Brazilian real. The coolest part, every so often, the tree literally rises out of the ground and its golden leaves change colors to match the seasons. There's a huge digital sky screen on the ceiling and trippy visuals everywhere. It's like a Vegas magic show, but shinier. They say watching it brings good luck at the tables, or maybe that's just the casino's sneaky way of luring you in to lose all your cash. If you've ever lived in the countryside, you know the pain getting out of the car every time just to open some old wooden gate, but not this family. They trained their dog to open the gate on command. It's made of wire and wood, light enough for the pup to nudge aside while the car cruises through like royalty. Sure, someone's still gotta close it afterwards, but hey, that's half the job done. Give it a few more weeks and this dog's gonna be asking for car keys. Now this is what I call a love story.
So, what do you think?
So nice.
Are you... Baby, you were this close to being single!
With a twist. A guy was showing off his brand new car to his girlfriend for the first time. She opens the door and comes this close to scraping it against a concrete pillar in the parking garage. The look on the dude's face, pure horror, like she just slapped his mom or something. You can tell, if that door had even grazed the wall, he'd have dumped her on the spot and started calling his car baby. Talk about emotional damage. Everyone knows cats go nuts for laser pointers, but have you ever seen frogs fall for it too? Well, this genius figured it out. During a time when his house was getting invaded by frogs like it was some kind of swampy uprising, he noticed that the little guys were drawn to the red light. Maybe they thought it was a bug or something, but either way, they followed it without question. And that gave our hero the perfect plan. He'd lure them with the laser right into a box, rounding them up one by one without ever needing to get too close. And here's the best part, no frogs were harmed in the process. He relocated them to a nice little wetland far away from his porch party. Sure, frogs are great for eating spiders and even scorpions. But when your patio turns into a full-on frog rave, it's time to call it a night. Working leave on TV always comes with risks, and Gabby Levinant just unlocked a new one, dental disaster.
Folks, today you have a great opportunity to earn some extra cash without leaving home. Director, my tooth fell out here live.
She was hosting a live prize show, doing her thing, when suddenly she felt something go terribly wrong in her mouth. Out of nowhere, one of her front teeth just decided to resign and make a break for it. Thankfully, she had lightning reflexes and caught the little runaway before it dropped on live TV and traumatized the viewers. And instead of freaking out, she laughed it off like a champ, called in her director, and turned the moment into pure comedy gold. Honestly, the Tooth Fairy owes her hazard pay for pulling off that extraction on national television. Some folks are born to act, but this guy from Belém, Brazil decided to use his skills for pure drama. He hopped in a rideshare, and when the driver refused to change the route, this dude went full telenovela. He started yelling, smacking the seats, faking an assault like he was auditioning for a daytime Emmy. Meanwhile, the driver just kept cruising like it was a totally normal Tuesday. The kicker? The victim filmed himself trying to look all traumatized, but he forgot one tiny thing, the dash cam.
Oh my, this driver attacked me! Help! 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 Help me! Help! Help! I'm being attacked!
The footage exposed the whole performance for the flop it was. Needless to say, his acting career crashed harder than his credibility. Pretty sure he's still hiding from the neighbors after that Oscar-worthy embarrassment. This wedding video is straight out of a rom-com with a twist. It was filmed in the Philippines, just days after a typhoon wrecked the city of Molo and left tons of buildings, including the church, underwater. But hey, love doesn't wait. The couple decided to go ahead with the wedding anyway, since all the relatives were already in town and the church wasn't gonna dry up for days. They just waded in and said "I do" with water up to their ankles. On the plus side, nobody had to wear uncomfortable dress shoes. Flip-flops totally acceptable. Not exactly traditional, but definitely unforgettable. Talk about going with the flow. When people say guys are entertained by the dumbest stuff, this is exactly what they mean. These dudes weren't even trying to go viral, but they pulled off the most accidental display of teamwork ever caught on camera. One tossed a jug, the other somehow redirected it midair, and it landed perfectly where it needed to go. The chances of that happening again? 0. Their reaction? Pure disbelief. You can bet they're still talking about it at work, like it was the World Cup final. They might have missed their calling, but at least they nailed the moment. China's already living in 2050, and their beach game proves it. Meet the solar-powered beach umbrella from Anchor, a total game changer for anyone who's ever had their phone die at the worst possible time. This beast gives you shade and juice at the same time. It's covered in high-efficiency solar panels and comes with USB-C ports, so you can charge your phone, speaker, or whatever right there in the sand. Just imagine when this hits US beaches. Your JBL is gonna be blasting all day, all night, no charger needed, sunburn optional, battery anxiety gone. Imagine stepping outside and seeing a car dangling from a bridge, like 30 feet up. That's exactly what happened in Toronto.
An emptied out sedan believed to be a Honda was found hanging from the Millwood Bridge. When it got there is a mystery, but it was not over the DVP at least and had caution tape surrounding it on the ground, leading police to hypothesize.
And people legit thought it was a movie set, but the cops showed up and were like, this wasn't approved. Turns out it wasn't a stunt at all. It was a full-on prank. The mastermind stripped the car of its engine, transmission, and anything heavy, leaving behind just the shell. Then using pulleys and a winch, they lifted it up and left it hanging there like it was Spider Car. Cool? Yes. Legal? Not so much. The prank wasted emergency resources and left everyone scratching their heads. To this day, nobody knows who pulled it off or why. Just another mystery for Toronto's weirdest moments list. Dogs might be man's best friend, but this pig had it out for the ladies. A woman was just chilling on the beach, minding her business, when this porky menace strolled up and gave her a full-on sniff down. She freaked out, everyone else cracked up, and the pig totally unfazed. Some beaches are famous for their friendly pigs, but this one, he took friendly to a whole new level. Baby the pig has grown up, and he's got no shame.